What's up, everyone? We have reached the end of day 2 of Star Wars Celebration here in London. I'm just going to do a quick recap of the stuff that we saw and experienced today. Some big news, like the fact that we saw Thrawn for the first time in live action. That was huge. It was so exciting. So today we went to the Ahsoka panel, the High Republic panel, and then Molly and I had our own panel at 3:30 with Ken and Joseph from Force Center Podcast. And then right after that, we had a meetup with a ton of fans that was so much fun. It went for like 2.5 hours. So we're getting to doing the videos a little bit later today, but I still wanted to just talk through my thoughts and feelings real quick before we head back out and just continue hanging and celebrating Star Wars. But yeah, we were in the celebration stage for the Ahsoka panel today, and lots of fun stuff. I mean, we got to spend more time with Rosario and Natasha and Mary Elizabeth Winstead and the characters that were revealed yesterday. But then we also got to spend some time with the villains, and they kept on kind of teasing Thrawn, but dancing around him. Didn't really... It didn't look like we were going to see him at all because they filled up all the chairs on the panel. And then Dave Filoni was like, okay, well, you saw a trailer yesterday that was released publicly, but he was like, we thought we might show you a remix of that trailer with some extra footage. And yeah, that's where we finally got our live action reveal of Lars Mikkelsen as Grand Admiral Thrawn. He was like the new Ewan McGregor for a while. You know, people kept asking, are you Grand Admiral Thrawn? And he was like, I would love to return to the role, but so far, no. He just like was waiting to confirm that. And he came out, was just cool as could be, enjoying all of the applause, sat down and just said, thank you so much. It was a really fun moment, but yeah, Thrawn himself looks great on screen. We got to see the footage 2 times, and he's in just one shot. He's looks the way you would think he is supposed to look. I will say the purist in me. He had pupils in his red eyes, but like I don't care. I was kind of expecting that to be the case after Star Wars Rebels, and that just I think makes a little more sense to, you know, be able to see where he's looking and all of the nuances in his performance. The glowing red eyes is a cool concept on the page, but when you can read exactly what a character is thinking or feeling, that makes more sense. But when you want to see an actor like Lars Mikkelsen portraying this character and all of his methodicalness, like I want to see his eyes working overtime, you know, if that makes sense. I don't know if anything I'm saying makes sense because it's been a very long and tiring day, but that was just such a cool way to kick off the morning, seeing Grand Admiral Thrawn and Lars Mikkelsen returning. 2 other people returning, actually, I should talk about. Hu Yang, the droid, we've known he would be in Ahsoka since Celebration last year. Well, David Tennant is also returning to voice him. I was excited about that, but in my live tweets, besides Lars Mikkelsen returning, the other tweet that got the all-caps treatment was that Kevin Kiner is doing the score. I'm really, really psyched for that. Dave Filoni said, it just makes sense, and it does. He's been writing music for Ahsoka for a long time, since 2008. So I'm so glad that he is going to be here for her series as well. So that was a super fun panel. Next, I went to the High Republic, and that was a great time. I'm a huge fan of the books. I'm wearing the shirt right now. I didn't get to go to the High Republic panel last year. It was during our panel. So I was so glad I got to make it this time around. I was not expecting some of the reveals that they threw into that panel, which, you know, they showed footage from the Acolyte last year, or yesterday. It feels like so long ago. They showed footage for the Acolyte yesterday at the studio showcase, but I am really happy that they showed it again for just diehard High Republic fans who have been there for the books and the comics and the publishing side of things for the last 3 years, or 2 years. Again, time has no meaning anymore, especially now. But that was such an energetic room. full of fans who were just screaming and cheering and gasping for news about these books. And I love seeing the books and comics and that side of Star Wars getting so much love. So they basically talked about how Phase 2 is wrapping up. Phase 3 will begin in October, and they gave us a lot of titles. It looks like we'll be doing 3 waves, just like Phase 1, and it's going to end in spring of 2025. So we've still got 2 years worth of High Republic ahead of us on the publishing side, which is exciting. And a cool thing is that the way it all started with Charles Soule writing a novel, Claudia Gray writing a young adult, basically everyone is mirroring what they did. It's going to be bookended. So Charles Soule is closing out. He's writing the last adult novel. Claudia Gray is writing the last young adult novel. Justina Ireland is writing the last middle grade. I think that that's such a cool way to wrap it all up. But Mike Siglain or James Waugh, one of the Lucasfilm reps up there, said that, the publishing side is ending. Phase 3 will come to a close in 2 years, but this is just the beginning for the High Republic. And they brought Leslie Headland out, and I really enjoyed having her on the stage just to get a chance to talk more about the era specifically. She was so grateful to all of the authors and talked about how her fandom was shaped by the books in the 90s when we didn't have a Star Wars show coming out every week. She read the Thrawn trilogy and she got into the comics and she played the RPGs, but the books shaped her fandom. And so when she was kind of introduced to this idea of the High Republic, like she had her idea for her story and it just made sense for it to fit in with the High Republic era. And she was so excited about that and has so much respect for everything that all of the writers have built and wants to honor that within her show. And I just loved her attitude there. But it was also just very special to see everyone in that room, all the fans who didn't get to go to the studio showcase, but they were like, we're here to support this side of the universe that we are just diehard fans about. And they got to see all that footage as well. I think that was really great. I liked that a lot. It was a special moment. The only other thing I wanted to talk about is some news that dropped while we were at our meetup. And we had a couple people come tell us saying that Tales of the Jedi Season 2 has been announced. So we're getting more Tales of the Jedi at some point. I don't know any more than that. I just confirmed it on an official tweet that, yep, Tales of the Jedi Season 2. I don't think we know who the characters are. Maybe we do. I haven't had time to even check up on that. I just wanted to talk about the panels I went to, and they're over here announcing more news. So I need to read into that article. But at the very least, we're getting more Tales of the Jedi. I'm going to assume it comes out this year, but read up on it on your own time because I haven't had a chance to. I'm probably going to read it right after this and see that there was a lot of other stuff I could have talked about, but that's it. I'm going to wrap up for now because we still have a night ahead of us. We're going to go back out and just hang out with Star Wars fans because that's what Star Wars Celebration is all about. But I wanted to just put out another news video for today, and we're going to keep on covering everything Sunday and Monday as well. We got the Bad Batch panel coming up Monday morning, so make sure you like and subscribe to follow all of our Star Wars Celebration coverage. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.